What's up guys, Pick My Shed here, and this is the Dead Island remastered edition on PlayStation 4. So I wanted to just toss about on this while I talked about this subject I wanted to talk about. And the subject I wanted to talk about was kind of just, I made a video not that long ago about the whole death threats thing into No Man's Sky. Kind of wanted to just expand on that, and I know I've kind of talked about Fanboys in the past and stuff like that, and Fandom, and it's something that's not going to go away, but I think it's happening more frequently now. I know that it's just getting a bit ridiculous, and I realise that fandom and fanboyism and, well, if you want to get, fangirlism and stuff like that, is not to piss off the ladies, but fanboys is the generic term, and fandom and stuff like that. So obviously it's in everything. It's in everything pop culture. It's in anything, movies, TV shows, games, and comics and films and stuff like that. Now, my main stick's video games, big video game fan, played them for ages, blah blah blah. And Fanboys weren't really when I was growing up, and now we played on PlayStation 1. So I think that's where it kind of started with the PlayStation 1 N64 era, because it was kind of like, well, no, it's actually bullshit. It goes back further than that. It's back from when it was like fucking Nintendo and fucking Sega. Sonic versus Nintendo, Sonic versus Mario. I remember that very well. And school people, when you're at school, it's like, oh, you've got a Nintendo, that's so gay. If you've got a Sega, that's so shit, and blah blah blah. So fanboys have been around for a while, a long time, ever since I'd say the Nintendo Sega era, and that's down to them two, down to the marketing of the two consoles, because they actually poked fun at each other in the adverts and the marketing schemes and stuff like that. So that's where it's kind of stemmed from, I think. And it's kind of just gotten worse, and there's not really it's just this thing where, and I don't buy into it. I just think, like, it's for children. If you like video games, play video games. I've done videos like this in the past, and there's a lot of people that think like this, but it's just these idiots that go on the internet and will troll. And remember, trolls is just a kind of a new term that's been used in the last, fucking year or two. That will troll on the internet. Some of them would just do it for fun, some of them are just like trolling, some of them are genuine fans of like the Xbox, absolute Xbox fanboys, and won't have a bad word said about Xbox, and it's just so pathetic, and it drags the whole gaming hobby down for me, and that's kind of like, it's kind of embarrassing for me. It makes me feel kind of embarrassed to be part of this hobby, and this whole thing about No Man's Sky getting death threats and stuff like that is even worse. And it's just like, oh my god, this is so fucking pathetic. The game's not even delayed that long. It's delayed 3 months, and when this game comes out, it is the first of its kind. It's going to be such a huge game, and if you can't be patient for it, then you don't really deserve to play it. And if you can't hack delays, and you can't hack other people's opinions, then you shouldn't be in this hobby. You shouldn't be in this community. Use the word community loosely there, because the gaming community, like itself, I think the gaming community is kind of lets itself down sometimes. There's another thing that's come out recently where they've reissued Captain America. They've kind of started again. They've issued it #1, and they've made Captain America a Hydra agent. Now this is just issue #1. There's obviously going to be more issues and stuff like that. And I, from reading comics as a kid and stuff, the first issue of any comic book series, whether it be Captain America, Spider-Man, Hulk, or whatever, if they're trying like a new storyline and they want to do issue 1 of it, the first issue has got to grab you by the balls. Now, having Captain America come out at the end of this issue 1 and say "Hail Hydra," and he's been a Hydra agent all this time, is a hook to get you in, and you want to read everything. But lo and behold, fandom struck again, and all these fanboys and are just going on the internet and they giving them death threats. The guy who, the people who wrote it and the guy behind it, sending him death threats and stuff like that. And and I can kind of, I'm not justifying it, but Captain America's grown so far now. I mean, I used to hate Captain America, I'll be honest. In the comics, I used to think he was a right dork. The films are kind of the films have won me back to him, and I've really warmed to the character. And I'd say he's more, and this is where you might get a few fanboys going mental, but I think he's above Superman in a way for the whole American hero kind of thing. He's just had that ultimate push. What with Batman v Superman not doing very well and stuff like that, I think he's the American hero and stuff like that. And like I say, he's not my favourite character. But then again, it's like fanboys again and fandom going, oh, mental, how dare you change this character, I love this character, blah blah blah, this, that and the other, and going mental on the internet and sending death threats and shit like that. And it's just like, if you can't handle it, there's obviously going to be more issues. It'll probably end up being like he's been brainwashed, or, I mean, he used to fly a fucking Nazi swastika back in the day, back in like the 60s, 70s. There was like an era where he was fucking a Nazi or something stupid like that. You know, these characters that they do, superhero characters, they put them through shit. They drag them through shit, and then they come out the other end redeemed. And like I say, if you can't handle this like little thing, but like I say, it's issue 1. There's more issues to follow. They're not going to leave it where Captain America's going to be a bad guy. It'll be like he's been brainwashed, or he's a double agent, or something like that. And when you get to like issue 10 or 20 or whatever, and then that's the outcome, you're going to feel like a right fucking knobhead for fucking throwing your toys out the pram at issue 1. Just like, you know, Deus Ex was delayed. Delays happen in video games, and I don't understand what this big stigma is about delays, and delays being bad. Yes, you're looking forward to a game, but I don't see the point in getting all fucking psycho on the internet and threatening people that you're going to kill the family and stuff like that when you just over a fucking video game. Let's go to the beach. Over a video game. I mean, it's a video game, you know. I love video games, as we all do. I'm sure if you're watching this channel, you're a big video game fan. But for fuck's sake, I mean, what's happening to video games? Like, these games that we're playing now are so advanced, and we're very, very lucky to be playing stuff like, you know, VR's around the corner. I've had a go with VR at London Comic Con. It was fucking awesome. VR is going to change the way we play games. I 100% guarantee it. Blew my mind. And stuff gets delayed. And the worst thing is, you get YouTubers that moan. There is certain YouTubers out there that moan about delays. And I am going to name drop. There's a guy called Stone Fox Media. I unsubscribed to him about 2 years ago, because I just didn't think, he's not a huge video YouTuber, but he certainly, every time, I think he called 2015 the year of the delays or something stupid like that. And it's just, you've got a voice. Like, it annoys me because big YouTubers like that have got a voice, and I don't think they realise how powerful their voice can be. And when you get YouTubers that don't use their voice for good, rather than spreading shit and, like, I wouldn't say evil, but like fueling the fire. We'll use that concept. But every time the games got delayed, he'd be like, "So such and such has been delayed. Fucking hell, this, that and the other." He'd be going mad, absolutely fucking crazy. And I just used to, like, I think there was a few times I actually commented to him saying, like, you know, chill out, what the fuck are you doing? You're spreading, like, there's gonna be kids watching that kids watching your channel, and you've got to kind of set an example at the same time. But delays, I mean, would you rather a game came out broken and buggy, like fucking Battlefield 4, Homefront: The Revolution, or would you rather it came out totally fucking polished and fucking ready to play out the box and no fucking problems whatsoever? The game I'm looking forward to most, and the game I was looking forward to most last year, was Deus Ex Mankind Divided, because Deus Ex is one of my favourite games, if not, well, it's one of my favourite games up there with Zelda. It's definitely one of my favourite game franchises. That was supposed to come out late last year. It got delayed until August this year. Now August is 3 months away. There's been plenty of games to fill in that fucking time. I was a bit gutted. I was a little bit, you know, upset. Not upset, but a bit, you know, disappointed that it had been delayed, because I was really looking forward to it. But I didn't go to the internet and open my cupboard and grab my pitchfork and my fucking torch and bombard the internet and the developers with fucking hateful threats towards the family and stuff like that. I mean, if you're that type of person that you can't handle stuff like that, then you shouldn't be playing games. You shouldn't be reading comics. You shouldn't be going to the movies. If you can't handle, why can't people just enjoy stuff for what they are? I just don't understand this now. It seems like everyone's got to like have a fucking platform and a voice and an opinion, because that's the way it is. And probably YouTube's kind of the thing to blame. Not the sole thing to blame, but the internet certainly, where you can hide behind a false profile and a false picture and a false name and just attack somebody for the crack. And I do get that some people do it for the enjoyment out of it, whatever enjoyment you do get out of it. And some people are being serious, but they're just hiding under a different alias. And I just think it's getting worse. It's getting ridiculous. It's like developers will be scared to fucking delay shit now, and you just be getting games that'll be brought out broken, and then you're gonna get people still fucking moaning and complaining. So because they can't win. And I love this, like, CD Projekt Red, the guys who made Witcher. They're bringing out a new game called Cyberpunk 2077. And there's a teaser trailer online. There's no gameplay. It's kind of just like a cool CGI trailer. And at the end it says coming, and you expect it to say 2000 and such and such, but it just says coming when it's ready. And I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was totally brilliant, because it's like it'll be fucking ready when it's ready. And they seem like a good game company, like really good. I mean, they've done really well with The Witcher 3, and they've looked after the game, and they've supported the fans, even supported the people that have downloaded the game illegally. So yeah, I mean, constructive criticism is allowed, I think, and the gaming community has done really well with, I hate using that term, gaming community, but the community of video games, the people that play games, when they voice their opinion about the Xbox One with the DRM, they got that changed. When they voiced their opinion on Deus Ex with their world pre-order bullshit, they got that changed. When they voiced their opinion on the Mass Effect 3 ending, they got that not changed, but they got more stuff added to make the ending a bit more understandable. So I think, you know, the gaming community, you can't let them get away with murder when you know that they're taking the piss out of the consumer. But if they're delaying a game to make the game better for the consumer, that's not bad. That's good, and that should be. You should think that they care about the game. They want the game to come out playable and ready, and they want you to have the best possible experience with it. So I just think this fanboy and fandom shit, you know, it's not going to go away. I'm not trying to make a video where it's like, oh yeah, stop it all, because people are sensitive, overly sensitive on the internet. And that's just the way it is. You know, I did a video not that long ago about Homefront, and I did a stream on it. It was my first impressions, and I thought, you know, it was a bit buggy here and there, and although I did enjoy the premise and the story of the game, and the setting, the guy jumped on, his name was PC Gamer something, so he was obviously a PC gamer, and I realised PC gamers are always going to be ahead of computer games and video consoles, and he started moaning about the music, said the music didn't seem like the right setting for the game. And that's his opinion, fair enough. I can't even remember what he said, but it's somewhere, but that's his opinion. I welcome all opinions and stuff like that. Also got another 2 subscribers, I think, this weekend, so thanks for that as well. So I just wanted to make a little bit of a video there, because, you know, why can't we all just enjoy it and have a laugh and get along? But anyway, that's the crack. So I'm back to work tomorrow, devastated. So I'll put some more videos up, guys. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.